Hi, these are the supplies that you're going to need before you start your project. The first thing you're going to need to do is get yourself a burnishing tool from a stained glass supply store. They look like this. They're really easy to get. They cost like $1. And you're going to want to have it on hand anyway if you don't, but most of you solder, so you probably have them. You also need some clean cotton cloths, some tacky glue, some rubbing alcohol, some white or beige or taupe acrylic paint, some metallic silver acrylic paint, some E6000 glue in clear, Q-tips, some paintbrushes, large, medium, and small, some clamps, a lot of them preferably, medium and small, some latex rubber gloves, some Minwax paste finishing wax in light or clear, you can get it at Home Depot, and some Annie Sloan or CC Caldwell soft wax in dark. You can go online and find which local store probably carries it in your area. Once you have all these things, we're going to come back and we're going to start our projects. Okay, the first thing I want you guys to do before you do anything else is to get out all of your raw brass, your crown. Your pieces are going to go on your glass, the bottom piece, your roses, and your top corners that go on your glass banner. Some of you have a corner that looks like this, and some of you have a corner piece that looks like that. So you'll know it doesn't really matter. Anyway, what we're going to do with these is we're going to paint them all white with a light coat of paint. Doesn't have to be a dark coat, just a light coat. And on your crown, I want you to paint the entire thing, the front and the back. Just a good light cover coat with your acrylic paint. Let it dry on both sides. Get the inside. Cover it really well. Then I want you to do just the fronts of your other pieces. Your corner pieces, I only want you to do the fronts. Leave the back blank because we're going to be gluing that. So we don't want to get any acrylic paint on the back. If you get some, it's all right, but pretty much we just want to leave it without it. Now, when you do your roses, remember, keep the back clear of paint with just that, and don't put too much, like don't clog it all up on your roses, and you really don't have to do the inside because you're going to be gluing a stone in there as well. Just give them a coat so they're going to hold paint later. Once you get those all done, I'm just showing you a few, but you guys have a lot. You're going to have 6 of these and 12 corners, and you're going to have a lot of roses and your crown. This is just a sample crown, so it's tiny, but anyway, maybe I'll have it as a giveaway. All right, so once you guys get everything primed, remember, one more time, don't do the backs, only do the fronts, except for on your crown. You can do the inside and the outside. Once you have all of those painted and they're dry, I want you to preheat your oven to 200 degrees. What I want you to do is I want you to take all of your brass pieces and I want you to put them on a pan in your oven for 1 hour. Bake them at 200 degrees for 1 hour. Let them cool off and we're going to come back. Okay, everybody. Now, while your brass is baking, what we're going to do right now in the meantime is we're going to take our cone and we're going to paint it with our acrylic silver paint. You don't want to paint on the soldered part. This one's blackened. You want to go around the whole thing. You might want to do 2 coats of silver, if you like. And what we're going to do is we're just going to paint our entire cone 1 to 2 coats of silver to just get the whole thing nicely covered really well. I like to get an antique sterling silver. I like Martha. It's the best one that's on the market right now. There used to be a better one by Creme Coat, but they no longer have it. So paint it your 2 coats of paint and let it dry thoroughly, and we'll come back. All right, now our silver paint is completely dry on our cone, and what we're going to do is we're going to use our tacky glue, and I put mine in a bowl like this, and I put a little water in to thin it out just a little bit, not a whole lot, but you know, a thinner consistency than it naturally is. It's kind of thick, and whatever you're comfortable with will work. So I've got a large paintbrush, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover my entire cone with a pretty decent coat of this tacky glue. Now, if you get anything up on the soldered edge, don't worry about it. Oh, sorry. Because what we're going to do is we can go in and just scrape it off afterwards. It's not a problem. Same with if you get the acrylic paint on it, don't worry. You can just scrape it off. So once you get you want to move kind of quickly, but you want to do the whole thing at once. And it's not too big that you can't. And it won't dry, so don't worry. But, you know, just move fairly quickly. And as soon as we're done covering it, we're going to glitter it. And we'll come right back to that when it's done. Okay, so I've gotten my cone basically completely covered in glue, a really nice coat. And then I'm just going to go and dip into my glitter. You can put it in a bowl, whatever I sent you. And I just like to use my hands. You can use, but I'm wearing gloves. I wear these gloves for everything. But, you know, you can use a spoon, whatever. All you guys, I'm sure, are really familiar with glass glitter. And I'm going to do it over a bowl. So I'm doing sections at a time. And I'm just pressing it down, especially up around the rim. And I'm going to do this for the entire cone, working pretty quickly, but I'm being really careful, just because I want it to be a nice finish. And you're just going to do this around the whole thing, and when we're done, we're just going to set it to dry, and so we'll be back.